Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's DMV Permit Practice Test Massachusetts practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. A load extending more than blank beyond the rear of a vehicle must be marked by a red flag during the day. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 feet. Option C, 3 feet. Option D, 4 feet. The correct answer is option D, 4 feet. Explanation: if a load extends more than 4 feet past the rear of a vehicle, it must be marked by a red flag when being transported during the day in clear weather. The flag should be no less than 12 inches square. Red lights are required when transporting the load in times of limited visibility. Question 2. Which of the following are used on some highways to direct drivers into the proper lanes for turning? Option A, flashing red lights. Option B, flashing yellow lights. Option C, white lines on the side of the road. Option D, white arrows in the middle of the lanes. The correct answer is option D, white arrows in the middle of the lanes. Explanation: arrows may be used to indicate which lanes should be used for specific purposes, such as driving straight or making a turn. Question 3. When parallel parking, you should park within blank inches of the curb. Option A, 10. Option B, 12. Option C, 18. Option D, 24. The correct answer is option C, 18. Explanation: when parallel parking your vehicle, your wheels should be within 18 inches of the curb. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction. Question 4. You must stop at a railroad crossing when? Option A, directed to do so by a flagger. Option B, it is controlled by a stop sign. Option C, flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, directed to do so by a flagger. Explanation: you must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger or stop sign. Stop when flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Question 5. Highway hypnosis is a driving condition that can result from: Option A, staring at the roadway for long periods of time. Option B, frequent rest stops. Option C, too much sleep the night before your trip. Option D, short trips on expressways. The correct answer is option A, staring at the roadway for long periods of time. Explanation: highway hypnosis happens when you stare straight ahead at the roadway for long periods of time and stop actively scanning ahead, behind, and around your vehicle. This can lead you to zone out, making you very likely to crash into traffic slowing or stopping ahead of you. Question 6. When entering traffic on an expressway during the skills test, you should: Option A, check for traffic. Option B, not use signals. Option C, abruptly enter a lane of traffic. Option D, cut off other drivers if needed. The correct answer is option A, check for traffic. Explanation: during the on-road driving skills test, you may be asked to enter an expressway. Before doing so, you must check traffic, use proper signals, and merge smoothly into the proper lane. Question 7. The consumption of alcohol while taking drugs can: Option A, decrease the effects of the drugs and alcohol. Option B, increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. Option C, help cure your illness. Option D, improve your driving ability. The correct answer is option B, increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. Explanation: the combination of alcohol and drugs, in some cases, can increase the effects of both the drugs and alcohol. It can be unsafe to drive after consuming either alcohol or drugs and is even more dangerous after combining them. Question 8. When adjusting your rearview mirror, you should be able to clearly see: Option A, the entire rear window. Option B, the passengers in the backseat. Option C, your own reflection. Option D, most of the lane next to you. The correct answer is option A, the entire rear window. Explanation: Adjust the inside rearview mirror so you can see the entire rear window from the driver's seat. You should have to move only your eyes, not your head, when using this mirror. Question 9. When parallel parking between two cars, you should first: Option A, turn your wheels to the left. Option B, turn your wheels to the right. Option C, pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Option D, back slowly. The correct answer is option C. Pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Explanation: after finding a parking space, checking traffic, and signaling, you should stop parallel to the vehicle directly ahead of your desired parking space before turning your wheel to park. Question 10. A flashing yellow light at an intersection means that you should: Option A, slow down and proceed with care. Option B, continue normally through the intersection. Option C, stop and proceed when a green light appears. Option D, stop and proceed when the way is clear. The correct answer is option A. Slow down and proceed with care. Explanation: a flashing yellow light at an intersection means caution. If you approach such a light, slow down, look, and proceed with care. Question 11. When approaching a curve in the roadway, drivers should slow down. Option A, before entering the curve. Option B, after completing the curve. Option C, in the middle of the curve. Option D, only if they see approaching traffic. The correct answer is option A, before entering the curve. Explanation: adjust your speed before entering a curve. Driving too quickly can break the grip that tires have on the road. Question 12. Pull out the trailer air supply control to test. Option A, the parking brake. Option B, the trailer emergency brakes. Option C, the trailer service brakes. Option D, the landing gear. The correct answer is option B, the trailer emergency brakes. Explanation: be sure to test the trailer emergency brakes before beginning a trip. After ensuring that the trailer rolls freely, you can test the emergency brakes by pulling out the trailer air supply control or placing it in the emergency position. Pull forward slightly with the tractor and make sure the trailer does not move. Question 13. Before entering a roundabout, you must slow down and yield to: Option A, vehicles in the roundabout. Option B, bicyclists in the roundabout. Option C, pedestrians in the roundabout. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, vehicles in the roundabout. Explanation: when entering a roundabout, you must yield to pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles that are already in the roundabout. Question 14. A single broken yellow line down the center of a two-lane road indicates that: Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation: yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Dashed lines indicate that operators directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 15. You must not drive your vehicle at a speed greater than: Option A, the maximum speed limit. Option B, a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. Option C, a speed that is safe for existing conditions. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. Explanation: you must not drive at a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. You must drive at a speed that is appropriate for the area where you are driving, the type and condition of surrounding traffic, the presence of pedestrians, the weather, the quality of the road, and light conditions. You must drive within legal speed limits. Question 16. If you are being passed by a large truck, you should: Option A, speed up. Option B, slightly reduce your speed. Option C, crowd the truck. Option D, make it more difficult for the truck to pass you. The correct answer is option A, speed up. Explanation: When a truck passes you, help the truck driver by keeping to the far side of your lane. You'll make it easier for the truck driver to pass safely if you slightly reduce your speed. Don't speed up while a truck is passing your vehicle. Question 17. Do not pass. Option A, on a hill or curve. Option B, when school bus lights are flashing. Option C, when approaching an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, when school bus lights are flashing. Explanation. You should never pass if there is an oncoming vehicle in the passing lane if your view is blocked by a curve or hill at an intersection, before or on a railroad crossing or bridge, or in any other no-passing zone. Unless you are on the opposite side of a multi-lane roadway with a median or shared center-turn lane, you may not pass a stopped school bus that has its flashing red lights activated. Question 18. When changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should: Option A, honk your horn to let drivers behind you know you might not be able to see them. Option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Option C, look in your mirrors before staring straight ahead. Option D, none of these. The correct answer is option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Explanation. Before changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should check your mirrors and blind spots. Check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder in the direction that you are moving. Question 19. If your front tire goes flat while you are riding. Option A, the steering will feel heavy. Option B, the steering will feel loose. Option C, there will be no change in the steering. Option D, the ride will feel too smooth. The correct answer is option A. The steering will feel heavy. Explanation. If the front tire of a motorcycle fails, it will cause the steering to feel heavy. If your steering feels heavy, immediately exit the road and inspect your tires. Question 20. Passing is prohibited. Option A, on hills and curves. Option B, at intersections. Option C, at railroad crossings. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, on hills and curves. Explanation. Locations where it is unlawful and unsafe to pass another vehicle include hills, curves, intersections, and railroad crossings. Question 21. When making normal stops, you should: Option A, use only the rear brake. Option B, use only the front brake. Option C, use both the front and rear brakes. Option D, alternate between the front and rear brakes. The correct answer is option C. Use both the front and rear brakes. Explanation. Make it a habit to always use both brakes when slowing or stopping, even for normal, non-emergency stops. Question 22. An octagonal sign is always a: Option A, speed limit sign. Option B, stop sign. Option C, hospital sign. Option D, railroad warning sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation. Octagonal signs are always stop signs. Come to a complete stop when approaching a red, 8-sided sign. Question 23. On slippery roads, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, drive more quickly. Option C, drive the speed limit with caution. Option D, not drive more quickly than 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation. You should slow down at the first sign of rain, snow, or sleet, all of which can create slippery road conditions. When conditions on the road are less than ideal, safety may require that you drive more slowly than the posted speed limit. Question 24. At dusk or on overcast days, you should: Option A, drive using your four-way flashers. Option B, drive using your parking lights. Option C, not turn on any vehicle lights. Option D, turn on your headlights. The correct answer is option D, turn on your headlights. Explanation. At dusk or on overcast days, you must turn on your headlights. Dim your lights to their low beam setting when within 1,000 feet of an approaching vehicle and when within 500 feet of a vehicle that you are following. When driving in poor weather, always use your low beams. Question 25. When driving in bad weather, drivers should: Option A, increase their speed to reach their final destination more quickly. Option B, decrease their following distance. Option C, increase their following distance. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option C, increase their following distance. Explanation: when driving on wet roads, drivers should increase their following distance. Question 26. After you have passed a car, you may return to the right lane when you: Option A, see the front bumper of the other car in your rearview mirror. Option B, have put your turn signal on. Option C, have turned your headlights on. Option D, see the other car's headlights turn on. The correct answer is option A, see the front bumper of the other car in your rearview mirror. Explanation: after passing on the left, before you return to the right lane, look at your interior rearview mirror and make sure you can see the front bumper of the passed vehicle. Look over your right shoulder to make sure you can see several feet of pavement between your vehicle and the one you passed. You may then return to the right lane. Question 27. How far ahead of their vehicle should drivers scan the entire driving scene? Option A, 10 seconds ahead. Option B, 2 seconds ahead. Option C, as far ahead as possible. Option D, 5 seconds ahead. The correct answer is option C, as far ahead as possible. Explanation: scan the road as far ahead of your vehicle as possible. Scanning the road ahead helps you identify potential hazards before encountering them and may help you avoid making last-second moves. Question 28. You must yield to other drivers. Option A, when entering a street from a garage or alley. Option B, when they are on a road to your left and you have reached an unmarked intersection at the same time. Option C, when your traffic signal is a green arrow. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, when entering a street from a garage or alley. Explanation: you must yield to other drivers when entering a street from an alley, driveway, or garage. You must also yield to pedestrians who are on an intersecting sidewalk. Question 29. If traffic prevents you from crossing all the way across a set of railroad tracks, you may proceed only when: Option A, an approaching train is not moving fast enough to be a danger. Option B, there is room for your entire vehicle on the other side. Option C, at least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Option D, no trains are in sight. The correct answer is option C, at least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Explanation: you must not, under any circumstances, attempt to cross railroad tracks unless you are certain that your entire vehicle will clear all of the tracks. If other traffic prevents you from going fully across, wait and cross only when there is room. Question 30. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle in a no-passing zone on a road with 2 lanes traveling in opposite directions, you should pull over to let others pass if: Option A, one vehicle is behind you. Option B, 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option C, 5 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option D, the road is posted with slow-moving vehicle signs. The correct answer is option B. 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Explanation: if you are driving a slow-moving vehicle on a 2-lane road where it is unsafe to pass and 5 or more vehicles are in a line behind you, you must pull over and stop to let them pass, if it is safe for you to do so. Question 31. When approaching a flashing yellow light, drivers should: Option A, increase their speed. Option B, come to a complete stop. Option C, turn on their headlights. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D, slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation: a flashing yellow light warns of a hazard. Slow down and proceed with caution. Question 32. When you want to make a right turn, your car must be: Option A, near the center of the street. Option B, close to the left side of the street. Option C, close to the right side of the street. Option D, pass the center of the intersection when you begin to turn. The correct answer is option C, close to the right side of the street. Explanation: as you prepare to make a right turn, you should get as far to the right side of the road as possible. Do not cut across lanes of traffic to perform any turn. Question 33. What is gross vehicle weight GVW? Option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Option B, the total weight of a vehicle's tractor. Option C, the total weight of a loaded trailer. Option D, the weight of a tractor and trailer before adding in the load. The correct answer is option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Explanation: gross vehicle weight (GVW) is defined as the total weight of a single vehicle in addition to its load. Question 34. Foundation brakes are used. Option A, only at the front wheels. Option B, only at the rear wheels. Option C, only at the driver's side wheels. Option D, at each wheel. The correct answer is option D, at each wheel. Explanation: foundation brakes are used at each wheel. The most common type is the S-cam drum brake. Question 35. If your front wheel begins to skid, you should: Option A, not be worried. Option B, continue to brake using the front wheel. Option C, immediately release the front brake and reapply it. Option D, immediately release the front brake and use only the rear brake. The correct answer is option C, immediately release the front brake and reapply it. Explanation: a locked front wheel can be very dangerous. If your front wheel locks, release the front brake immediately and reapply it firmly. Question 36. Rough acceleration. Option A is a good way to stay awake on long trips. Option B is distracting. Option C can cause mechanical damage. Option D should be used to prevent rust from forming. The correct answer is option C, can cause mechanical damage. Explanation: always accelerate smoothly and gradually so that your vehicle does not jerk. Rough acceleration can cause mechanical damage. Question 37. For a first conviction of driving under the influence of alcohol, you could: Option A, lose your license for up to 5 years. Option B, be required to conduct a public education class on the dangers of drunk driving. Option C, be required to drive with a restricted occupational license. Option D, pay a fine of at least $300. The correct answer is option D, pay a fine of at least $300. Explanation: penalties for a first offense of driving under the influence include a fine of between $300 and $5,000 depending on your blood alcohol concentration level. Question 38. When you need to brake, how can you warn drivers behind you? Option A, tap on the brakes a couple of times. Option B, stick your arm out the window. Option C, swerve within your lane. Option D, change lanes. The correct answer is option A, tap on the brakes a couple of times. Explanation: to warn drivers behind you that you are about to slow down, it may be a good idea to first lightly tap your brake pedal a few times to make the brake lights flash. Question 39. The percentage of highway deaths caused by drunken persons is about: Option A, 10%. Option B, 25%. Option C, 38%. Option D, 67%. The correct answer is option C, 38%. Explanation: about 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 40. If your front wheel skids as a result of braking, you should: Option A, keep the front brake engaged. Option B, release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Option C, release the front brake and only use the rear brake. Option D, release both brakes and coast to a stop. The correct answer is option B, release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Explanation: if your front wheel locks as a result of braking, you should release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Question 41. What two lane signals with a yellow X indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option B, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option C, drivers may drive normally in this lane. Option D, drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option B, the signal is about to change to a red X. Explanation: lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane signal contains a yellow X, drivers should clear the indicated lane, as the lane signal is about to change to a red X. Question 42. A leaking exhaust system can: Option A, cause excessive oil use. Option B, require your vehicle to have a tune-up sooner than normal. Option C, make you drowsy while driving. Option D, set grass fires on country roads. The correct answer is option C, make you drowsy while driving. Explanation: the exhaust system helps remove toxic gases, reduce the noise, and cool the hot gases coming from a running engine. Fumes from a leaky exhaust system can cause death in a very short time. They can also make you drowsy while driving. Question 43. After a collision, you should: Option A, stop your vehicle at or near the collision site. If you can move your vehicle, get it off the road. Option B, stand or walk in traffic lanes to wait for help to arrive. Option C, try to remove power lines if there are power lines down with wires in the road. Option D, move the injured even if they're not in a burning vehicle or in immediate danger. The correct answer is option A, stop your vehicle at or near the collision site. If you can move your vehicle, get it off the road. Explanation: following a collision that only damages a vehicle or other property, move the vehicle off the roadway to a suitable location as soon as it is possible to do so. For all other collisions, you must stop your vehicle at or near the collision site. Question 44. Increase your following distance when: Option A, driving behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision. Option B, exiting an expressway. Option C, following a motorcycle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, exiting an expressway. Explanation: you should increase your following distance when you are behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision, when driving in bad weather or heavy traffic, when exiting an expressway, when behind a motorcycle or bicycle, and if someone is tailgating you. Question 45. If a collision is possible, you should: Option A, choose to hit something that will give way rather than something that's rigid. Option B, choose to hit something that's standing still rather than something moving toward you. Option C, try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C. Try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe if you have to hit anything. Explanation: if there is no way to avoid a collision, try to hit something that will give way like bushes or shrubs rather than something hard. It is better to hit something moving in the same direction as you than something stationary, and better to hit something stationary than something coming toward you. If you have to hit something, it's best if you hit it only with a glancing blow or sideswipe. Question 46. When backing, it is best to: Option A, rely only on the passenger's side mirror. Option B, try to back up quickly. Option C, turn toward the passenger's side whenever possible. Option D, use a helper if possible. The correct answer is option D, use a helper if possible. Explanation: if you must drive in reverse, you should back up slowly and use the mirrors on both sides of your vehicle. Use a helper to monitor your blind spots whenever possible. You and the helper should agree on a signal for stop. Question 47. Off-ramps. Option A are usually safe for trucks. Option B can be dangerous for trucks. Option C should not be used by trucks. Option D should be used only if following another vehicle. The correct answer is option B, can be dangerous for trucks. Explanation: the combination of slopes and curves can make freeway on and off ramps dangerous for trucks. Remember that posted speed limits on ramps may be safe to be driven by cars, but too fast to be driven by large or heavily loaded vehicles. Question 48. Compared to driving during the day, driving at night is: Option A, less dangerous. Option B, no more or less dangerous. Option C, more dangerous. Option D, easier on your eyes. The correct answer is option C, more dangerous. Explanation: driving at night is more dangerous than driving during the day for several reasons. It is harder to see in the dark, you may be temporarily blinded by the glare from other vehicles' lights, and there are likely to be more drivers on the road who are tired or under the influence. Question 49. When using a roundabout or rotary island, drivers should: Option A. Yield to entering traffic. Option B. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Option C. Drive in a clockwise direction. Option D. Stop within the rotary island. The correct answer is option A. Yield to entering traffic. Explanation: a roundabout is a circular intersection that flows in a counterclockwise direction around a central island and usually does not include a traffic signal. Motorists must enter from the right, yielding to traffic already in the roundabout, and follow the circle to the right until the desired roadway is reached. Question 50. What do large flashing arrow panels indicate? Option A. Drivers may stay in their current lane. Option B. There is something to look at in the direction of the arrow. Option C. Drivers should merge into the lane indicated by the arrow. Option D. Drivers should come to a complete stop. The correct answer is option C. Drivers should merge into the lane indicated by the arrow. Explanation: large flashing or sequential arrow panels are used in construction areas where a lane is closed. Prepare to slow down and merge in the direction indicated by the arrow. Question 51. Which of the following statements is true? Option A. Signal at least 100 feet before changing lanes to pass and ensure there is no oncoming traffic. Option B. Use your mirrors and look over your left shoulder to check your blind spot when passing to the left. Option C. When passing, wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. When passing, wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Explanation: when passing, you must always signal at least 100 feet in advance of your lane change. Always check behind you in your mirrors and look over your shoulder to check your blind spot. Wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Question 52. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates fire zone parking restrictions. Option A. Blue. Option B. Yellow. Option C. White. Option D. Red. The correct answer is option D. Red. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted red, it indicates fire zone parking restrictions. Question 53. When a truck driver behind you wants to pass your vehicle. Option A. Your speed should remain steady or decrease. Option B. You should stop. Option C. You should change lanes. Option D. Your speed should increase. The correct answer is option D. Your speed should increase. Explanation: when a truck passes your vehicle, you will make it easier and safer for the truck driver if you reduce your speed slightly, and then keep your reduced speed steady. In any event, do not increase your speed while the truck is passing you. Question 54. During school hours, the speed limit is blank in a school zone. Option A. 10 miles per hour. Option B. 15 miles per hour. Option C. 25 miles per hour. Option D. 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B. 15 miles per hour. Explanation: a 5-sided sign indicates that you are in a school zone and must slow to a speed of 15 miles per hour during specified hours and when children are present. Be sure to drive with extra caution when driving in an area where children are present. Question 55. How far from the steering wheel should a driver sit? Option A. 5 inches. Option B. 7 to 9 inches. Option C. 10 inches. Option D. 12 to 15 inches. The correct answer is option D. 12 to 15 inches. Explanation: if your vehicle has an airbag, you should be at least 12 to 15 inches away from the steering wheel. Don't move your seat so far forward that you can't steer properly. Question 56. Be sure you are always driving so your vehicle can stop. Option A. Within 10 feet of your current position. Option B. Within 1,000 feet of your current position. Option C. Within your view of the road ahead. Option D. Immediately. The correct answer is option C. Within your view of the road ahead. Explanation: always be sure that you are driving in a manner that will allow your vehicle to come to a complete stop, if necessary, within the area of the road ahead that you are able to see. Question 57. When carrying a passenger, you should: Option A, sit farther forward than you usually do. Option B, sit farther back than you usually do. Option C, sit in your usual comfortable position. Option D, sit anywhere. The correct answer is option A. Sit farther forward than you usually do. Explanation: when transporting a passenger, you should be sure that you have a seat that is large enough to carry 2 people without crowding. You should not sit any farther forward than you usually do. Question 58. When merging with traffic, you should: Option A, wait for a gap large enough for your vehicle. Option B, assume other drivers will make room for your vehicle. Option C, begin to merge to encourage other drivers to change lanes. Option D, use your horn instead of your turn signal. The correct answer is option A. Wait for a gap large enough for your vehicle. Explanation: when you are merging with traffic, it is essential that you know the size of the gap your bus will need to accelerate and match the flow of traffic. Wait for the gap to open before attempting to merge. Never assume other drivers will brake to allow you the space you need. Question 59. When driving to an unfamiliar area, you: Option A, should depend on road signs to find your way. Option B, should plan your trip in advance. Option C, only have to know generally where your destination is. Option D, should always choose the most direct route. The correct answer is option B. Should plan your trip in advance. Explanation: when driving to an unfamiliar area, plan your trip in advance. Don't start with only a hazy idea of where you are going. If your destination is in an unfamiliar area, check the location on a map before you start to drive. Question 60. If someone has consumed alcoholic drinks, what will help the person overcome the influence of those drinks? Option A, tomato juice and lime. Option B, hot coffee. Option C, fresh air. Option D, only time. The correct answer is option D, only time. Explanation: only the passage of time will allow a person to overcome the influence of alcohol. Question 61. A no parking sign at a certain location means: Option A, you may never stop your vehicle there. Option B, you may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Option C, you may park there if the driver remains in the vehicle. Option D, you may leave your vehicle unattended for less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B. You may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Explanation: a no parking sign means that you can make a temporary stop to load or discharge merchandise or passengers. Question 62. When should you slow down and increase your following distance? Option A, when the road is wet. Option B, when your visibility is limited. Option C, when driving in heavy traffic. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, when the road is wet. Explanation: slow down and increase your following distance when the road is wet, when the road is crowded, and or when your vision is limited. You should always be able to stop within the area you can see ahead of your car. Question 63. People driving under the influence of alcohol are: Option A, not a problem in New York State. Option B, every driver's problem. Option C, a police enforcement problem only. Option D, only a problem to those who drink. The correct answer is option B, every driver's problem. Explanation: every impaired or intoxicated driver is dangerous, both to themselves and to others on the road. Question 64. Drivers who eat and drink while driving. Option A, make no driving errors. Option B, have trouble driving slowly. Option C, are better drivers because they are not hungry. Option D, have trouble controlling their vehicles. The correct answer is option D, have trouble controlling their vehicles. Explanation: choosing to eat, drink, or smoke while driving is dangerous because these actions require a driver to remove their hands from the wheel and their eyes from the road. Drivers who engage in distracting activities while driving have trouble staying in their lanes and controlling their vehicles. Question 65. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a loading zone or another parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted yellow, it indicates the presence of a loading zone or another parking restriction. Question 66. If a traffic light at an intersection is broken or not functioning, you should: Option A, stop and wait for it to be repaired. Option B, stop and wait for a police officer to arrive. Option C, continue as if the intersection is a four-way stop. Option D, continue as you normally would. The correct answer is option C, continue as if the intersection is a four-way stop. Explanation: an intersection with a non-functioning traffic signal should be treated as a four-way stop. Question 67. Your tire blows out while you are driving. You should: Option A, slam on your brakes. Option B, hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Option C, keep driving normally. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers and continue driving. The correct answer is option A, slam on your brakes. Explanation: if you experience a tire blowout, do not immediately apply the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer to remain in your traffic lane. Reduce your speed gradually by releasing the accelerator and staying off the brakes. Once you are moving very slowly, apply the brakes lightly and pull off the road into a safe area. Question 68. If someone is driving aggressively behind you, you should: Option A, try to get out of the aggressive driver's way. Option B, stare at the driver as he or she is passing you. Option C, speed up as he or she is passing you. Option D, block the passing lane. The correct answer is option A, try to get out of the aggressive driver's way. Explanation: if you encounter an aggressive driver, you should make every attempt to get out of their way. You should avoid making eye contact with a hostile driver. Challenging a hostile driver by speeding up may only make them angrier, thereby increasing their danger. Question 69. When passing a bicyclist, you should: Option A, blast your horn to alert the bicyclist. Option B, give them at least 4 feet of space. Option C, remain on the right side of your lane. Option D, put on your 4-way flashers. The correct answer is option B, give them at least 4 feet of space. Explanation: the law requires you to allow at least 4 feet of space between your vehicle and a bicyclist when passing them. Question 70. You should be cautious when passing a bicycle because: Option A, you are moving faster than the bicycle. Option B, the bicycle always has the right of way. Option C, oncoming traffic may not see you pull out to pass the bicycle. Option D, the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. The correct answer is option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Explanation: you should always be cautious when passing a bicycle because the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Always be particularly careful when driving near bicyclists. Question 71. When passing a motorcycle, you must: Option A, allow the motorcyclist the right half of a traffic lane. Option B, allow the motorcyclist the entire width of a traffic lane. Option C, begin moving past the motorcycle before your vehicle is entirely in the passing lane. Option D, not communicate with the motorcyclist. The correct answer is option B. Allow the motorcyclist the entire width of a traffic lane. Explanation: give motorcyclists, bicyclists, and pedestrians plenty of space. Use extra caution when making turns or changing lanes near one of these road users. A motorcyclist is entitled to the entire width of a traffic lane. Question 72. To reduce your speed before turning, you should: Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, pull in the clutch and use both brakes. Option C, apply the rear brake only. Option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option D, close the throttle and apply both brakes. Explanation: before you enter a turn, you should reduce your speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 73. The trailer hand valve should be used: Option A, to accelerate in rural areas. Option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Option C, together with the brake pedal. Option D, on slippery surfaces. The correct answer is option B. Only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Using it while a vehicle is in motion could cause a skid. Question 74. The two indicators that determine when you should upshift are: Option A, engine speed and road speed. Option B, other trucks and road conditions. Option C, timing and road position. Option D, oil pressure and air brake pressure. The correct answer is option A, engine speed and road speed. Explanation. There are two indicators that determine when you need to shift into a higher gear. One indicator is the engine speed RPM. You should read your vehicle's manual to learn its RPM range and shift up when you reach the top of that range. The other indicator is road speed MPH. You should learn which speeds each gear can accommodate. Then keep an eye on the speedometer and shift up as needed. Question 75. You must stop for a school bus. Option A, that is parked on the shoulder of the road with no one in it. Option B, when it approaches you, even if its lights are not flashing. Option C, if you are both driving on a two-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. Option D, whenever the driver waves at you. The correct answer is option C, if you are both driving on a two-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. Explanation. You must stop when approaching a school bus that is displaying flashing red lights while stopped to pick up or drop off children. On a two-lane road, traffic moving in both directions must stop and remain stopped as long as the red lights near the top of the bus are flashing and slash where the stop arm on the left side of the bus is extended. Question 76. When driving in traffic, it is safest to: Option A, fluctuate your speed to keep alert. Option B, drive faster than the flow of traffic. Option C, drive slower than the flow of traffic. Option D, drive with the flow of traffic. The correct answer is option D, drive with the flow of traffic. Explanation. Crashes often happen when some drivers go faster or slower than other vehicles on the road. Always try to drive with the flow of traffic, within the posted speed limit. Question 77. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates that drivers may park in the indicated area for only a specified amount of time. Option A, yellow. Option B, green. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option B, green. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted green, it indicates that drivers may park in the area for a limited amount of time, often specified by a nearby sign. Question 78. What happens when a vehicle hydroplanes? Option A, the tires lose contact with the road. Option B, the tires have extra traction. Option C, the vehicle is easier to control. Option D, the vehicle becomes heavier. The correct answer is option A. The tires lose contact with the road. Explanation. Hydroplaning occurs when a vehicle's tires lose contact with the road surface and instead glide along on a film of water above the surface of the road. Question 79. If not otherwise prohibited by a sign, a driver stopped at a solid red traffic light may: Option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Option B, never turn right. Option C, turn right at any time. Option D, turn right only after sounding their horn. The correct answer is option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Explanation. After stopping at an intersection with a solid red traffic light, you may turn right unless a sign prohibits such movement. You must yield to all pedestrians and all vehicles before making such a turn. Question 80. If you experience a tire blowout: Option A, take your foot off the gas. Option B, do not immediately use your brakes. Option C, gradually slow down and pull off the side of the road. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, do not immediately use your brakes. Explanation. If you experience a tire blowout, take your foot off the gas pedal and do not immediately apply the brakes. Gradually slow down before gently applying the brakes and pulling off the side of the road. Question 81. When you hear the siren or see the flashing lights of an approaching emergency vehicle, you must: Option A, slow down until it passes you. Option B, drive to the right side of the road and stop. Option C, motion for the emergency vehicle to pass you. Option D, merge into the right lane and continue driving. The correct answer is option B. Drive to the right side of the road and stop. Explanation: yield the right-of-way to any approaching emergency vehicle that is using its flashing lights or siren, regardless of its direction of travel. You must immediately drive to the right side of the road and stop until the emergency vehicle has passed. If you are within an intersection, pass through the intersection before coming to a stop on the right side of the road. Question 82. Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle. Option A, must always stop before entering. Option B, must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Option C, have the right-of-way if there is one lane. Option D, have the right-of-way if there are two lanes. The correct answer is option B. Must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Explanation: drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle must yield the right-of-way to drivers already in the circle. Question 83. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 40 feet. Option D, 50 feet. The correct answer is option A, 20 feet. Explanation: drivers may not park within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where other drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction. Question 84. When involved in a collision, you should: Option A, move the injured to their desired location. Option B, avoid moving the injured unless absolutely necessary. Option C, only call emergency personnel if it seems necessary. Option D, insist the injured are fine without immediate medical attention. The correct answer is option C, only call emergency personnel if it seems necessary. Explanation: when involved in a collision, you should assume the worst and call emergency personnel right away. If someone is injured or killed, you should not move them unless it is absolutely necessary. Question 85. Small amounts of a hazardous material may be transported on a bus if: Option A, the driver gets paid extra. Option B, there is no other way to transport the material. Option C, the passengers are notified in advance. Option D, there is no inclement weather in the forecast. The correct answer is option B. There is no other way to transport the material. Explanation: small amounts of hazardous materials may be carried on a bus if there is no other way to transport them. However, there are certain categories of materials that may not be carried on a bus in any quantity. Question 86. What is sleep debt? Option A, when you fall behind on sleep. Option B, when you want to take a nap. Option C, excess sleep. Option D, the amount of time it takes to get ready to drive after sleeping. The correct answer is option A, when you fall behind on sleep. Explanation: you can build up a debt of sleep if you do not sleep for adequate amounts of time. You can only catch up on the time that you owe by getting more sleep. Question 87. Never park a vehicle. Option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Option B, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Option C, within 30 feet of any flashing signal located on the side of the roadway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Explanation: there are a number of locations where it is prohibited to stop or park your vehicle. Among these locations are in front of a public or private driveway, within 20 feet of a crosswalk, and within 30 feet of any stop sign, flashing signal, yield sign, or other traffic control device located on the side of the roadway. Question 88. It is illegal to follow within blank of a fire truck that is sounding its alarm. Option A, 1 mile. Option B, 1,000 feet. Option C, 750 feet. Option D, 500 feet. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet. Explanation: you must not follow a fire truck responding to an emergency at a distance closer than 500 feet. You must not drive or park your vehicle within a block of where a fire truck has stopped to respond to an emergency. Question 89. Allow room for vehicles merging onto the freeway by: Option A, abruptly slowing down to allow them access. Option B, always driving in the far left lane. Option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Option D, honking your horn to make them aware of your presence. The correct answer is option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Explanation: most of the time, you should drive in the right or center lane of the freeway. However, when driving in the right lane while another vehicle is attempting to enter the freeway from a nearby ramp, safely merge into the next lane to allow them access. During rush hour, you should avoid driving the right lane to allow room for an increased number of drivers entering the freeway. Question 90. When a drawbridge signal is red, you should: Option A, come to a complete stop. Option B, quickly speed up. Option C, proceed with caution. Option D, stop only if you see a boat. The correct answer is option A, come to a complete stop. Explanation: if a drawbridge signal is red, come to a complete stop at the marked stop line. The bridge is in operation and the roadway is closed to all pedestrian and motor vehicle traffic. Question 91. Which of the following does alcohol affect? Option A, recovery from headlight glare. Option B, reaction time. Option C, judgment of distances. Option D, all of these choices. The correct answer is option B, reaction time. Explanation: alcohol reduces reaction time, reduces your ability to see clearly, changes your judgment of speed and distances, often makes you less inhibited, and makes you more prone to take chances. It is especially dangerous to drink and drive after dark because alcohol reduces your ability to recover from the glare of headlights. Question 92. The sign with this shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone. Option B, wrong way. Option C, railroad crossing. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation: pennant-shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 93. When driving under normal conditions at speeds of 30 miles per hour or slower, keep a safe following distance by staying at least blank behind the vehicle in front of you. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 5 seconds. Option C, 6 seconds. Option D, 2 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 5 seconds. Explanation: to maintain a safe following distance, allow a gap of 2 to 4 seconds between you and the vehicle in front of you when driving at speeds of 30 miles per hour or below. Maintain a following distance of at least 4 seconds when driving under normal conditions at faster speeds. Question 94. When uncoupling a trailer, landing gear should be: Option A, raised completely. Option B, lowered halfway. Option C, just off the pavement. Option D, firmly on the ground. The correct answer is option A, raised completely. Explanation: landing gear or trailer supports should always be completely raised before a vehicle is driven. When uncoupling, landing gear should be lowered to make firm contact with the ground. If a trailer is loaded when it is being uncoupled, you should lower the landing gear and turn the crank a few additional times to remove some weight from the trailer. Question 95. What does an anti-lock braking system ABS do? Option A, allow the rear wheels to lock up. Option B, allow all wheels to lock up. Option C, help prevent wheel lockup. Option D, alert other motorists when you are braking. The correct answer is option B, allow all wheels to lock up. Explanation: the purpose of an anti-lock braking system ABS is to prevent a vehicle's wheels from locking up when the driver brakes hard on a slippery surface. Question 96. Under ideal driving conditions, a driver should maintain a minimum following distance of: Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: to help you maintain a safe following distance, you should follow the 3-second plus rule. If the vehicle in front of you passes an object 3 seconds before your vehicle reaches the same object, you are likely driving with a safe following distance. Extend your following distance anytime conditions are less than ideal. Question 97. When parking a double or triple vehicle: Option A, you should back into your parking spot. Option B, you should park on the roadway. Option C, you should park in a location where you can pull forward to exit. Option D, you should ask people to move their vehicles. The correct answer is option A. You should back into your parking spot. Explanation: when parking a double or triple, you should select a parking spot where you can pull forward when leaving. Be aware of the arrangement of the parking lot to avoid the need for a long and difficult exit. Question 98. Stress can affect your driving by: Option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Option B, decreasing your chances of an accident. Option C, causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. Option D, making you more aware of others around you. The correct answer is option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Explanation: emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Question 99. A chemical test is used to measure: Option A, reaction time. Option B, blood alcohol content. Option C, vision. Option D, driving ability. The correct answer is option B, blood alcohol content. Explanation: blood alcohol content (BC) is normally determined by a chemical test of breath, blood, urine, or saliva. However, a chemical test is not necessary to prove that you were intoxicated or impaired. The testimony of a police officer about how you were driving, or your appearance and behavior when arrested, can provide enough evidence to convict you, even without a chemical test. Question 100. When driving through a work zone, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, speed up. Option C, use a cell phone. Option D, steer with one hand to keep the other hand free. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation: in work zones, you should observe posted speed limits. Slow down if road or weather conditions are poor, and slow down even further if workers are near the roadway. Question 101. You may never park: Option A, on a one-way street. Option B, at the entrance of a building. Option C, in a crosswalk. Option D, within 50 feet of a fire hydrant. The correct answer is option C, in a crosswalk. Explanation: it is illegal to park, stop, or stand within a crosswalk. Parking is prohibited within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 102. A telltale sign of a drunk driver is: Option A, they are weaving between lanes. Option B, they are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Option C, they are making quick and sudden stops. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. They are driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow. Explanation: telltale signs of drunk driving include speeding, weaving, driving more slowly than the normal traffic flow, making jerking motions, and making quick and sudden stops. Question 103. Where should a driver not pass another vehicle? Option A, on a curve in the roadway. Option B, at a railroad crossing. Option C, in an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, at a railroad crossing. Explanation: drivers should not pass one another at a railroad crossing, in an intersection, or on a curve or hill where the visibility is less than 500 feet. Drivers should only pass where it is legal and safe to do so. Question 104. Many crashes are caused by: Option A, drivers traveling too fast for conditions. Option B, drivers consistently checking their mirrors and blind spots. Option C, drivers yielding the right-of-way. Option D, drivers maintaining a 4-second following distance. The correct answer is option A, drivers traveling too fast for conditions. Explanation: many crashes are caused by drivers who are driving too fast for conditions. Always drive within the legal speed limits and decrease your speed anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 105. A double solid yellow line down the center of a 2-lane road indicates: Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Explanation: yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Solid lines indicate that drivers are not permitted to pass. Question 106. As you drive, you must turn your headlights on. Option A. When you turn your wipers on. Option B. 1/2 hour after sunset. Option C. 1/2 hour before sunrise. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. 1/2 hour after sunset. Explanation: headlights must be used from 1/2 hour after sunset and 1/2 hour before sunrise. They must also be used at any time when visibility is 500 feet or less and any time windshield wipers are being used. Question 107. When going through a curve, you should: Option A. Always stay in the same portion of the lane throughout the entire curve. Option B. Always stay in the left portion of the lane throughout the entire curve. Option C. Always stay in the right portion of the lane throughout the entire curve. Option D. Remember that the best path may not follow the curve of the road. The correct answer is option D. Remember that the best path may not follow the curve of the road. Explanation: road and traffic conditions can change at any time. Always be prepared to change your lane position as appropriate no matter where you are on a roadway. The best path through a curve does not necessarily follow the curve of the road. Question 108. If you drink alcohol socially, what helps ensure safe driving? Option A. Drink coffee before driving. Option B. Ride home with a friend who has not been drinking. Option C. Take a cold shower before driving. Option D. Stop drinking 1/2 hour before driving. The correct answer is option A. Drink coffee before driving. Explanation: one strategy to avoid driving while impaired or intoxicated is to arrange for a ride home with a friend who does not drink. Drinking coffee or taking a cold shower cannot reduce your blood alcohol content or reduce the effects of alcohol. On average, it takes about an hour for the body to eliminate the alcohol from a single drink. Question 109. To make a normal stop, use: Option A. The rear brake first. Option B. Both brakes and downshift. Option C. The front brake and downshift. Option D. The rear brake only. The correct answer is option B. Both brakes and downshift. Explanation: you should shift down through the gears with the clutch as you slow or stop. When braking, use both brakes at the same time. Question 110. You will lose your license if you are convicted of: Option A. Driving without a license. Option B. Passing a stopped school bus. Option C. Failing to yield the right-of-way. Option D. Driving at speeds higher than 75 miles per hour. The correct answer is option C. Failing to yield the right-of-way. Explanation: in certain cases, the DMV can suspend your license if you are convicted of driving at speeds higher than 75 miles per hour, passing a stopped school bus, driving without a license, or failing to yield the right-of-way will incur points, which can lead to suspension of your license if enough total points are incurred. Question 111. When driving on a snow-covered road, you should maintain a minimum following distance of: Option A. 9 seconds. Option B. 6 seconds. Option C. 3 seconds. Option D. 1 second. The correct answer is option B. 6 seconds. Explanation: if driving on a snow-covered roadway, you should maintain a following distance of at least 6 seconds. When driving on any slippery surface, you should extend your usual following distance. Question 112. Crosswalks are: Option A. Always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B. Always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C. Always unmarked. Option D. Either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C. Always unmarked. Explanation: crosswalks exist whether they are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow any pedestrians to safely cross. Question 113. In a vehicle with dual parking control valves, once air pressure is lost and the spring brakes come on. Option A, you will be unable to move the vehicle. Option B, a separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Option C, you can use the spring brakes to continue driving normally. Option D, the air tanks will automatically refill to a safe air pressure level. The correct answer is option B. A separate air tank can be used to release the spring brakes for a short period of time. Explanation: in a vehicle with dual parking control valves, there is a separate air tank that can be used to temporarily release the spring brakes if they have been activated due to low air pressure. Pushing in the proper control will release the spring brakes for a short period of time, allowing the driver to move the vehicle in an emergency. Question 114. You must yield for emergency vehicles. Option A, under no circumstances. Option B, when you see a flashing red or blue light or hear a siren. Option C, only when other vehicles yield. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option C, only when other vehicles yield. Explanation: you must yield the right-of-way to any emergency vehicle that is using its siren or flashing lights. Question 115. When traveling down a steep downgrade. Option A, the air brakes should be used. Option B, shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Option C, the vehicle should be continually downshifted in the place of using the brakes. Option D, the vehicle should be driven on the shoulder. The correct answer is option B. Shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Explanation: on a downgrade, the braking effect of the engine should be your primary method of controlling speed. Shift down to a lower gear before starting down the hill and save the brakes for additional slowing or stopping that may be required by road or traffic conditions. Question 116. You are approaching a railroad crossing and you do not see or hear a train. You must stop. Option A, if a stop sign is posted. Option B, if a crossing gate is lowered. Option C, if the crossing lights are flashing. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, if a stop sign is posted. Explanation: you must always stop before crossing railroad tracks if flashing red lights are activated, a crossing gate is lowered, a stop sign is posted, a flagger signals you to stop, or a train is visible or so close to the crossing that it would be hazardous to continue driving. If you are unsure if a train is too close for you to safely cross the tracks, stop. Never race a train. Question 117. You may not park. Option A, on a hill. Option B, in a parking lot. Option C, on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Option D, within 12 inches of the right side of the road. The correct answer is option C, on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Explanation: there are a number of locations where it is unlawful to park, including on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. When parking on the street, you must be within 12 inches of the side of the road. Question 118. A yellow light that flashes on and off means. Option A, stop and look for other vehicles, then go if there is no traffic. Option B, stop and wait for a green light. Option C, speed up to clear the intersection quickly. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D. Slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation: a flashing yellow traffic light means drivers should slow down and proceed with caution. Question 109. If your wheels drop off the pavement and onto the shoulder of the road, you should. Option A, brake hard and turn sharply back onto the pavement. Option B, stop your car on the edge of the road. Option C, slow down and very carefully turn back onto the pavement. Option D, maintain your speed and turn sharply back onto the pavement. The correct answer is option C. Slow down and very carefully turn back onto the pavement. Explanation: if your wheels drop off the pavement and onto a low shoulder, you should reduce your speed without braking and very carefully turn back onto the pavement. Be aware of any nearby traffic when re-entering the road. Question 120. When approaching a steady green traffic light, riders should. Option A, continue riding unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C, Treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D. Come to a complete stop before proceeding. The correct answer is option A. Continue riding unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation: when approaching an intersection controlled by a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians, bicycles, and other vehicles still within the intersection. You may continue riding but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes to yellow before you get there. Question 121. You should signal to turn blank before beginning your turn. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 50 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option C, 100 feet. Explanation: when you wish to change lanes or make a turn, signal to inform other motorists of your intention. Signal should be activated at least 100 feet before you make the turn. Continue signaling until you have completed the turn or lane change. Question 122. Two solid white lines painted across a traffic lane show the boundaries of a crosswalk. As a driver, you should know that. Option A, motor vehicles have the right-of-way over pedestrians in crosswalks. Option B, when pedestrians are in crosswalks, they should be given the right-of-way. Option C, no one has the right-of-way in a crosswalk. Option D, pedestrians are responsible to stay out of the way of all traffic. The correct answer is option C. No one has the right-of-way in a crosswalk. Explanation: crosswalk lines show pedestrians where to safely cross a road or street. Crosswalks may be marked by horizontal lines, vertical lines, or a combination of the two. You must always stop for pedestrians who are in a crosswalk. Question 123. Your ability to stop is affected by Option A, signal lights. Option B, other cars on the road. Option C, the time of day. Option D, the condition of the road. The correct answer is option D, the condition of the road. Explanation: your ability to stop is greatly affected by the condition of the road. You need to reduce your speed when road conditions are poor in order to maintain control of your vehicle. You will be at risk if you are driving too quickly on roads that are slippery and you need to stop. Question 124. Which of the following is not a backing maneuver that you will be asked to perform during the basic control skills test? Option A, straight line backing. Option B, offset /right. Option C, offset /left. Option D, blind offset. The correct answer is option A, straight line backing. Explanation: backing maneuvers that may be included in the basic vehicle control skills test include straight line backing, offset /right, offset /left, driver side parallel parking, conventional parallel parking, and alley docking. Question 125. A traffic light displaying a green arrow and a red light means that Option A, you may only drive straight ahead. Option B, you may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Option C, you must wait for a solid green light to proceed in any direction. Option D, vehicles moving in any direction must stop. The correct answer is option B. You may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Explanation: if a green arrow is shown with a red light, you can only drive in the direction of the arrow and only if the intersection is clear. Question 126. When driving through a work zone, it is a good safety practice to Option A, drive closely to the vehicle in front of you to keep traffic flowing freely. Option B, shorten your usual following distance by about 1/2. Option C, turn on your cruise control. Option D, double your usual following distance. The correct answer is option D, double your usual following distance. Explanation: the most common type of crash in work zones is the rear-end collision. To avoid this hazard, it is recommended that you double your following distance as you approach a work zone. Question 127. A slow-moving vehicle emblem is required to be displayed on all vehicles that are designed to operate at a speed of blank or lower. Option A, 25 miles per hour. Option B, 35 miles per hour. Option C, 50 miles per hour. Option D, 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, 25 miles per hour. Explanation: slow-moving vehicles are required to display slow-moving vehicle emblems. A vehicle is considered to be slow-moving if it is built to drive at speeds of 25 miles per hour or slower. Question 128. Your vehicle's stopping distance depends on your Option A, number of passengers. Option B, perception time, reaction distance, and braking distance. Option C, vehicle's make, model, and year. Option D, history of accidents. The correct answer is option B, perception time, reaction distance, and braking distance. Explanation: the distance required to stop your vehicle depends on perception time, reaction distance, and braking distance. This changes with speed and road conditions. Question 129. To change lanes you should. Option A, check your mirrors and signal, then change lanes. Option B, signal, check your mirrors, check your blind spot in the direction you plan to move, then change lanes. Option C, signal, check your mirrors, and change lanes. Option D, signal and change lanes. The correct answer is option B. Signal, check your mirrors, check your blind spot in the direction you plan to move, then change lanes. Explanation: before changing lanes, you should activate your turn signal in the appropriate direction and check your rear view and side mirrors. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move in order to check your blind spot and check the far lane to be sure no one else is trying to enter the same lane as you. Change lanes when you are sure it is safe to do so. Question 130. When sharing the road with a truck, it is important to remember that trucks generally, Option A, require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Option B, require less time to pass on a downgrade than smaller vehicles do. Option C, require a smaller turning radius than smaller vehicles do. Option D, require less time to pass on an incline than smaller vehicles do. The correct answer is option A, require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Explanation: because of their size, trucks need longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Question 131. The most effective safety restraints in a traffic crash are: Option A, only a lap and shoulder belt. Option B, only an airbag. Option C, both a lap/shoulder belt and an airbag. Option D, no safety restraints. The correct answer is option D, no safety restraints. Explanation: safety belts can double your chance of surviving a crash and more than double your chance of avoiding serious injury. Airbags, when used properly with safety belts, provide additional protection in a front-end crash. You should wear both shoulder and lap belts. Question 132. In a vehicle equipped with airbags, a driver, Option A, should adjust their steering wheel to tilt downward. Option B, does not need to wear a seat belt. Option C, can drive 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option D, should sit as close to the steering wheel as is comfortable. The correct answer is option A, should adjust their steering wheel to tilt downward. Explanation: if your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still use your seatbelt and make sure that your passengers do the same. To prevent injury from a deploying airbag, move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck. Question 133. If you begin to feel tired while driving, the best thing to do is to: Option A, get some coffee. Option B, open your window. Option C, stop driving. Option D, turn on the radio. The correct answer is option C, stop driving. Explanation: being fatigued while driving is similar in danger to driving under the influence of alcohol. If you begin to feel tired while driving, the best thing to do is to stop driving. Question 134. To prepare for anything coming up on the road ahead, you should: Option A, stare straight ahead at all times. Option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Option C, consistently ride 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Option D, maintain focus toward the middle of the road. The correct answer is option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Explanation: your ability to handle dangerous traffic situations depends largely on searching for and identifying problems before meeting them. Looking far ahead of your vehicle does not mean you should simply stare at the center of the road. You need to continually scan the entire road, including the sides of the road. Question 135. Headlights must be turned on. Option A, at sunset. Option B, in inclement weather. Option C, whenever you use your wipers. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, at sunset. Explanation: you must use your headlights at night and at other times when it is difficult to see. You are required to use headlights during inclement weather, including any time when you use your windshield wipers as a result of the weather. At sunset, you should turn your headlights on. Question 136. When checking your tires during a pre-trip inspection, you should look for all of the following, except Option A, improper air pressure. Option B, cuts. Option C, valve stems without caps. Option D, mismatched tire sizes. The correct answer is option D, mismatched tire sizes. Explanation: when inspecting your tires for problems, you should check for air pressure that is too low or too high, cuts or other damage on the tires, and mismatched tire sizes. Question 137. Before you leave a parking space that is parallel to the curb, you should: Option A, sound your horn. Option B, turn on your four-way flashers. Option C, look for traffic by turning your head. Option D, look for traffic by using only your inside rearview mirror. The correct answer is option C, look for traffic by turning your head. Explanation: before leaving a parking space to pull back into traffic, you should turn your head to look over your shoulder and check through the window for pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcyclists, and other vehicles that can become a hazard. Question 138. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in school zones is: Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 20 miles per hour. Explanation: unless posted otherwise, your speed is not reasonable and proper if you drive at speeds faster than 20 miles per hour in a school zone. Drivers should exercise caution when driving in an area with an increased likelihood of children or other pedestrians entering traffic. Question 139. If your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, you should: Option A, shift into neutral. Option B, apply the brakes. Option C, pull off the road. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, apply the brakes. Explanation: if your gas pedal becomes stuck or jammed, you should shift your car into neutral, apply the brakes, and safely pull off the road. Once you've come to a stop, turn off the engine. If you cannot free the pedal so that it does not get stuck again, call for assistance and do not try to drive the car. Question 140. If you are driving at night and are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet past the rear of your vehicle, you should attach blank to the rearmost point of the load. Option A, a red flag. Option B, a yellow reflector. Option C, a red light. Option D, a white flashing light. The correct answer is option C, a red light. Explanation: at night, if you are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, you are required to attach a burning red light to the rearmost point of the load. The light must be visible for at least 500 feet. Question 141. If parking near a fire hydrant, you may park no closer than blank from the fire hydrant. Option A, 15 feet. Option B, 10 feet. Option C, 5 feet. Option D, 1 foot. The correct answer is option B, 10 feet. Explanation: some municipal ordinances do not allow you to park in certain areas. Drivers may not park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 142. Traffic regulations require drivers to display a turn signal for at least blank before making a turn or lane change. Option A, 50 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 25 feet. The correct answer is option C, 100 feet. Explanation: turn signals must be displayed for at least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. It is advisable to signal for a greater distance when driving at increased speeds. Question 143. Downward-facing triangular signs. Option A, indicate school zones. Option B, tell drivers to yield. Option C, indicate construction zones. Option D. Indicate railroad crossings. The correct answer is option B. Tell drivers to yield. Explanation. Downward-facing triangular signs usually indicate that drivers should yield. Once the road is clear of traffic or pedestrians and it is safe to do so, drivers may proceed. Question 144. A vehicle displaying a slow-moving vehicle emblem cannot drive faster than Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 15 miles per hour. Option C, 20 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D, 30 miles per hour. Explanation. An orange and red triangular sign indicates a slow-moving vehicle. A vehicle displaying one of these signs cannot be driven faster than 30 miles per hour. Question 145. It is recommended that you take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to Option A, start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Option B, start in the center of the curve and stay there until you exit. Option C, weave between all three lane positions while taking a curve. Option D, start on the inside of the curve and stay there until you exit. The correct answer is option A. Start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Explanation. If there is no traffic present, it is recommended that riders take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to start the curve in the center of the lane and remain in the center throughout the curve. Be aware of changing road and traffic conditions and adjust as necessary. Question 146. A modulating control valve can control the Option A, spring brakes. Option B, landing gear. Option C, air brakes. Option D, anti-lock braking system ABS. The correct answer is option A, spring brakes. Explanation. A modulating control valve allows a driver to gradually apply spring brakes. In equipped vehicles, the valve is controlled by a lever located on the dashboard. Question 147. When exiting an expressway, you should Option A, accelerate on the exit ramp. Option B, look at the posted speed limit for the road you are entering. Option C, cut off other traffic. Option D, avoid using your turn signal. The correct answer is option B. Look at the posted speed limit for the road you are entering. Explanation. When exiting an expressway, it is important to be alert to other traffic moving nearby. Be sure to look at the new posted speed limit and check your speedometer. It is unlikely that you will be exiting onto a road with a speed limit as high as the one found on the expressway. Question 148. If you are driving near a motorcycle, you must Option A, allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Option B, drive on the shoulder beside the motorcycle. Option C, allow the motorcycle to use only half of a lane. Option D, pass using the same lane as the motorcycle. The correct answer is option A. Allow the motorcycle to use a complete lane. Explanation. A motorcycle is a full-size vehicle with the same privileges as any other vehicle on the roadway. You should allow a motorcyclist a full lane width. Although it may seem as though there is enough room in the traffic lane for a larger vehicle and a motorcycle, remember that the motorcycle needs room to maneuver safely. Question 149. Always wear your seatbelt shoulder strap. Option A, behind your back. Option B, loosely. Option C, under your arm. Option D, snug, without any slack. The correct answer is option A, behind your back. Explanation. Your shoulder and lap belts should be snug. Your shoulder belt should be worn over your shoulder and across your chest, not behind your back or under your arm. Question 150. Highway markings. Option A are usually not important. Option B are only found in construction zones. Option C provide information for drivers. Option D are usually red and blue in color. The correct answer is option C. Provide information for drivers. Explanation. Highway markings provide information for drivers. Markings help drivers correctly position their vehicles on roadways, inform drivers of safe passing zones, and warn drivers about upcoming conditions. Question 151. If pedestrian hybrid beacon signal lights are black, it means Option A, drivers may proceed with caution. Option B, drivers should slow down and prepare to stop. Option C, drivers should come to a complete stop. Option D, there are no pedestrians nearby. The correct answer is option A. Drivers may proceed with caution. Explanation: pedestrian hybrid beacons are used at pedestrian crossings. If the lights on the signal turn black, drivers should proceed past the crosswalk with caution. Question 152. Riders in a staggered formation are passing a car on the left. After the lead rider passes, they should Option A, return to the right portion of their original lane. Option B, return to the center portion of their original lane. Option C, return to the left portion of their original lane. Option D, signal the other riders to follow. The correct answer is option C, return to the left portion of their original lane. Explanation: after the lead rider in a group passes a car on the left, they should move into the left portion of their original lane and maintain passing speed to open up space in front of the car for the next rider in the group. Moving into the right portion of the lane is not a safe option because doing so may encourage the next rider to pass before there is room to do so safely. Question 153. What is the Johnson bar? Option A, a hand valve that works the trailer brakes. Option B, a valve that indicates the fuel level. Option C, a valve that measures the amount of liquid in the air brake system. Option D, a valve that allows for the release of excess pressure in the braking system. The correct answer is option A, a hand valve that works the trailer brakes. Explanation: the trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Question 154. If a road is wet, it will usually be most slippery. Option A, on the outer edges of the lanes. Option B, in the left wheel tracks. Option C, in the right wheel tracks. Option D, in the center portion of each lane. The correct answer is option D, in the center portion of each lane. Explanation: the center of a lane can be especially hazardous when wet. When it starts to rain, avoid this area by riding in the tire tracks left by cars. Question 155. Where should you never make a U-turn? Option A, at the crest of a hill. Option B, near a curve. Option C, where drivers cannot see you for 500 feet in both directions. Option D, any of the above. The correct answer is option A, at the crest of a hill. Explanation: do not make a U-turn at the crest of a hill, near a curve, or any place where you or other drivers cannot see 500 feet away. You should only make a U-turn when it is safe to do so. Question 156. When a two-way roadway has a shared center lane, you can Option A, use it to pass. Option B, use the lane as a regular driving lane during rush hour. Option C, drive in the lane as far as necessary, as long as you're turning left. Option D, drive in the lane for no more than 300 feet before turning left. The correct answer is option D, drive in the lane for no more than 300 feet before turning left. Explanation: a shared center lane may not be used for passing or for travel of farther than 300 feet. Drivers should use these lanes to safely turn left from a multi-lane roadway. Question 157. A 5-ounce glass of wine contains the same amount of alcohol as Option A, 1 pint of whiskey. Option B, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Option C, a gallon of wine. Option D, a 6-pack of beer. The correct answer is option B, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Explanation: a 5-ounce glass of wine 12% alcohol, a 12-ounce can or bottle of beer, and 1.5 ounces of 86 proof liquor all contain approximately the same amount of alcohol. A person's ability to drive will be equally impaired by the same amount of alcohol no matter what kind of alcoholic beverage they drink. Question 158. When entering a highway from a driveway or a private road, you should Option A, yield to the vehicle on your left. Option B, yield to the vehicle on your right. Option C, yield to all vehicles already on the roadway. Option D, turn on your headlights and proceed quickly without yielding. The correct answer is option A. Yield to the vehicle on your left. Explanation. When entering a public highway from an alley, private road, or driveway, you must yield to traffic already on the roadway. Enter traffic when it is safe to do so. Question 159. When using the controlled braking method in an emergency situation, you should: Option A. Apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option B. Apply the brakes with about half of your usual force. Option C. Apply the brakes so the wheels lock. Option D. Apply the brakes with minimal pressure. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation. The controlled braking method for emergency stops involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. Keep steering wheel movement small when braking in this way. Question 160. On long trips, you can prevent drowsiness by: Option A. Turning on your car radio. Option B. Slowing down. Option C. Stopping at regular intervals for a rest. Option D. Moving your eyes from side to side as you drive. The correct answer is option C. Stopping at regular intervals for a rest. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on long trips, you should schedule regular stops. Give yourself time to rest and stretch, even if you are not feeling tired. Question 161. It is illegal to park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A. 25 feet. Option B. 15 feet. Option C. 30 feet. Option D. 20 feet. The correct answer is option B. 15 feet. Explanation. It is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 162. What should you do when you are going to enter a roadway from a private road? Option A. Blow your horn to warn cars you are entering the roadway. Option B. Stop with part of your car on the roadway to alert other drivers. Option C. Drive out fast to merge smoothly with the traffic. Option D. Yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. The correct answer is option D. Yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and roadway traffic. Explanation. When entering a roadway from a driveway or private road, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and traffic on the roadway. Question 163. What is off-tracking? Option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Option B. When a vehicle's wheels all follow the exact same path. Option C. When a load shifts during a turn. Option D. When a vehicle's wheels run over a curb during a turn. The correct answer is option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Explanation. When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels. This is known as off-tracking or cheating. Question 164. What is another name for the service line? Option A. Control line. Option B. Exchange line. Option C. Surplus line. Option D. Parallel line. The correct answer is option A. Control line. Explanation. The service line, also called the control line or signal line, carries air to the trailer brakes and is controlled by the foot brake or trailer hand brake. Question 165. Crossover mirrors help a school bus driver see: Option A. The front bumper danger zones. Option B. The rear bumper. Option C. The left side of the bus. Option D. Vehicles in front of the bus. The correct answer is option C. The left side of the bus. Explanation. Crossover mirrors are used to help a driver see the danger zone area directly in front of a school bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 166. When driving on a road that is not a freeway, drivers should look down the road at least blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A. 12 seconds. Option B. 10 seconds. Option C. 5 seconds. Option D. 3 seconds. The correct answer is option A. 12 seconds. Explanation. Drivers should always look down the road at least 12 seconds ahead of their vehicle, unless they are driving on a freeway. When on a freeway, drivers should look 20 to 30 seconds ahead of their vehicle. Looking ahead may help prevent sudden stops or turns. Question 167. Vehicle stopping distances never depend on: Option A, your own reaction time. Option B, the time of day. Option C, the condition of your vehicle's brakes. Option D, the condition and type of your vehicle's tires. The correct answer is option D. The condition and type of your vehicle's tires. Explanation. The distance that a vehicle needs to stop depends on the motorist's reaction time, weather and visibility conditions, the vehicle's weight, the conditions of the vehicle's brakes, the condition and type of the vehicle's tires, roadway conditions, and speed. Question 168. When traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical, the red light is Option A, on the right. Option B, in the middle. Option C, on the left. Option D, on a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is option A, on the right. Explanation. In some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 169. When driving through a curve during the skills test, you should Option A, veer from your lane if needed to complete the curve. Option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Option C, refrain from looking for other vehicles while turning. Option D, reduce your speed before entering the curve. The correct answer is option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving skills test, you must reduce your speed sufficiently before entering the curve so that you do not need to further brake or shift in the curve. Keep the vehicle in its lane and continue to check for traffic in all directions. Question 170. What should you do when confronted with an aggressive driver? Option A, make eye contact. Option B, try to stay in the other driver's way. Option C, ignore their gestures. Option D, have a conversation. The correct answer is option A, make eye contact. Explanation. If confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing for you to do is get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact, do not challenge them by increasing your speed, and do not let yourself be provoked by any angry gestures they direct toward you. Question 171. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option A, blue. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted blue, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Question 172. Which of the following lights indicates that you should slow down and proceed with caution at an intersection? Option A, a flashing yellow light. Option B, a flashing red light. Option C, a solid yellow light. Option D, a solid red light. The correct answer is option A, a flashing yellow light. Explanation. A flashing yellow traffic light at an intersection indicates that drivers must slow down, proceed with caution, and be prepared to stop. Question 173. Unless it is posted otherwise, the speed limit in a residential area is Option A, 25 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 35 miles per hour. Option D, 15 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. In a residential area, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour unless otherwise posted. Question 174. Emergency vehicles. Option A, have the right-of-way when using sirens, horns, and slash or flashing lights. Option B, may use a loudspeaker to give instructions. Option C, may follow each other. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, may follow each other. Explanation. You must yield the right-of-way to police cars, fire engines, ambulances, or any other emergency vehicles using a siren or air horn and a red or blue flashing light. Follow any instructions given over the emergency vehicle's loudspeakers. Emergency vehicles often follow each other, so you should proceed only when you are certain the way is clear. Question 175. When driving a tractor-trailer equipped with ABS, you should Option A, stop harder than you would otherwise. Option B, use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Option C, brake as you normally would. Option D, Brake using less pressure than you would otherwise use. The correct answer is option B. Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Explanation. When driving a tractor-trailer combination equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should brake in the same manner that you would in a vehicle without ABS. Question 176. Making eye contact with a driver at an intersection. Option A is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Option B is important if the driver is pulling out from a side street. Option C does not mean that the driver sees you. Option D confuses the driver. The correct answer is option A, is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Explanation. Never count on eye contact as a sign that a driver will yield. Too often, a driver looks right at a motorcyclist and still fails to see them. If a car can enter your path, assume that it will. Question 177. When entering traffic from a private driveway. Option A, you must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Option B, you have the right of way over other traffic. Option C, enter only if there is a traffic light. Option D, have someone stop the traffic on the road you're entering. The correct answer is option A. You must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Explanation. Drivers entering a road from a driveway, alley, parking lot, or roadside must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Question 178. In the hazardous materials table, column 2 lists. Option A, the names of materials. Option B, where materials originate. Option C, special provisions for materials. Option D, materials manufacturers. The correct answer is option A, the names of materials. Explanation. Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials. Question 179. Which vehicles must stop at all railroad crossings? Option A, pickup trucks. Option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Option C, motorcycles. Option D, vehicles towing a trailer. The correct answer is option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Explanation. School buses with or without passengers, transit buses with passengers on board, and vehicles carrying explosives or flammable cargo must stop at all railroad crossings. Question 180. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS uses a blank light to warn that the system is not working properly. Option A, green. Option B, yellow. Option C, orange. Option D, white. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Anti-lock braking system ABS malfunction lamps are usually yellow. Even if the ABS isn't working properly, a driver will still have access to the vehicle's usual braking functions. Question 181. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway? Option A, yellow with black letters. Option B, black with white letters. Option C, red with white letters. Option D, green with white letters. The correct answer is option D, green with white letters. Explanation. Signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols. Question 182. If two drivers arrive at the same time to a four-way intersection controlled by stop signs. Option A, the driver on the right has the right of way. Option B, the driver on the left has the right of way. Option C, one driver may continue driving without stopping. Option D, one driver should honk to indicate that they are giving up the right of way. The correct answer is option A. The driver on the right has the right of way. Explanation. Yield the right of way to the driver on your right at a four-way intersection if you both arrive to the intersection at the same time. You may then proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 183. How can you prevent drowsiness before a trip? Option A, get about 4 hours of sleep. Option B, plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Option C, drive alone. Option D, schedule long trips at night. The correct answer is option B, plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on a long trip, strategies include getting adequate sleep beforehand, planning out the route and stopping points in advance, driving with a passenger, and driving at times during which you are normally awake. Question 184. You must indicate your intention to turn at least blank before turning. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 50 feet. Option C, 200 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option A, 100 feet. Explanation. A hand or mechanical turn signal must be displayed for a minimum of 100 feet before a vehicle turns or changes lanes. The signal should be displayed for a longer distance when the vehicle is traveling at a high speed. Question 185. Reversible lanes are usually marked with Option A, single solid white lines. Option B, double dashed yellow lines. Option C, single dashed white lines. Option D, single solid yellow lines. The correct answer is option B, double dashed yellow lines. Explanation. Some travel lanes are designed to carry traffic in one direction at certain times and in the opposite direction at other times. These lanes are usually marked by double-dashed yellow lines. Question 186. You should not park within blank of an intersection. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 35 feet. Option D, 45 feet. The correct answer is option A, 20 feet. Explanation. You should not park within 20 feet of an intersection. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 187. Headlights must be used. Option A, whenever the driver is tired. Option B, between sunset and sunrise. Option C, only when the temperature drops below freezing. Option D, during the day under favorable weather conditions. The correct answer is option B, between sunset and sunrise. Explanation. Drivers must use their headlights between sunset and sunrise. You should use lower headlight beams, not your bright lights, when approaching within 500 feet of or following within 300 feet of another vehicle. Question 188. What are the consequences of driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs? Option A, possible imprisonment. Option B, a mandatory fine. Option C, driver license revocation. Option D, all of these choices. The correct answer is option C, driver license revocation. Explanation. Driving under the influence can be punished by a fine, jail sentence, and / or suspension or revocation of your license. Question 189. A red traffic signal light means that you must. Option A, stop at the stop line. Option B, stop before entering any crosswalk. Option C, stop before entering the intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, stop before entering the intersection. Explanation. A red traffic light means that you must stop before entering the intersection. You must at any stop line and before entering any crosswalk. Question 190. When backing up your vehicle, you should. Option A, turn your head and body to the right to look out the rear window. Option B, use only your rearview mirror to look for obstacles to the rear of your vehicle. Option C, honk your horn so pedestrians and other vehicles know what you are doing. Option D, none of these. The correct answer is option A, turn your head and body to the right to look out the rear window. Explanation. When backing, don't depend on your mirrors. Instead, with your left hand at the top of the steering wheel, turn your head and body to the right and look out the rear window. Question 191. You may not pass other vehicles within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 200 feet. Option C, 250 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option A, 100 feet. Explanation. Drivers should not pass other vehicles within 100 feet of a railroad crossing. Drivers should only pass where it is safe and legal to do so. Question 192. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is Option A, 10 cyan a minute. Option B, 8 cyan a minute. Option C, 6 cyan a minute. Option D, 4 cyan a minute. The correct answer is option C, 6 cyan a minute. Explanation. It is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 193. Riding in the central lane position. Option A keeps others from seeing you. Option B is always the safest option when approaching intersections. Option C discourages others from sharing your lane. Option D should be avoided if possible. The correct answer is option C. Discourages others from sharing your lane. Explanation. Motorcycles need a full lane to operate safely. It is dangerous and generally prohibited for a motorcycle and another vehicle to travel next to one another in the same lane. Riding in the center of your lane discourages others from trying to share your lane. Question 194. If confronted by an aggressive driver, you should. Option A. Try to get out of their way. Option B. Avoid making eye contact. Option C. Ignore their hand gestures. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Try to get out of their way. Explanation. If confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing to do is try to get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact with the driver and do not let yourself be provoked by gestures. Do not try to challenge aggressive drivers by speeding up. Question 195. The law gives blank the right of way at intersections. Option A. No one. Option B. Drivers turning left. Option C. Drivers going straight. Option D. Drivers turning right. The correct answer is option D. Drivers turning right. Explanation. The law does not give anyone the right of way at intersections. It only says who must yield. Even when one driver is legally required to yield the right of way, if they fail to do so, other drivers are still required to stop or yield as necessary to avoid a crash. Question 196. To reduce the effects of headlight glare at night, you should look. Option A. Straight ahead. Option B. Over your shoulder. Option C. At the center of the road. Option D. To the right edge of the road. The correct answer is option D. To the right edge of the road. Explanation. If oncoming drivers do not dim their headlights for you, keep your eyes on the right side of the road ahead. Do not look directly at the oncoming headlights because the glare may blind you for several seconds. Question 197. It is important to be alert to motorcycles because Option A. They are more difficult to see than cars. Option B. They rarely use their headlights. Option C. Motorcyclists are less skilled drivers than other motorists. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. They are more difficult to see than cars. Explanation. Motorcycles are smaller and harder to see than cars. Because of their size, they are easily hidden in a car's blind spot. It may be difficult to judge your distance to a motorcycle and difficult to tell how fast a motorcycle is moving, so always be alert and extra cautious when near a motorcyclist. Question 198. What are baffled liquid tanks? Option A. Tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Option B. Tanks that allow liquid to move freely without the presence of bulkheads. Option C. Tanks that have nothing inside to slow the flow of liquids. Option D. Tanks that are dented. The correct answer is option A. Tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Explanation. Baffled liquid tanks are tanks separated by internal bulkheads with holes in them. These bulkheads inhibit front-to-back surge while the holes allow liquid to flow freely between compartments. Question 199. Hydraulic brakes can fail due to Option A. A loss of pressure. Option B. Cold weather. Option C. Driving uphill for long periods of time. Option D. Grooves in the roadway. The correct answer is option A. A loss of pressure. Explanation. Failure of hydraulic brakes is often caused by a loss of hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic brakes may also fade because of overuse on a long downgrade. Question 200. After starting the engine, oil pressure should reach a normal level. Option A. Within a few seconds. Option B. After about a minute. Option C. After about 4 minutes. Option D. Within 10 minutes of driving. The correct answer is option A. Within a few seconds. Explanation. After you start the engine, keep an eye on the gauges. Oil pressure should rise to a normal level within a few seconds of the engine being started.